If you would like to get more updates, more content, more projects, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your subscription would encourage me to make more videos. Thank you. All, welcome to Data Analytics and BI. In this tutorial, we will discuss about data visualization part. Okay. So why do we use visuals and data visualization? So in order to represent the data, so when we see the numbers, we will able to understand, few will not be able to understand. So in order to give the client, business owners, or the end user or the customers, so what we can do? We can directly give the visualization. Okay, so the data can be easily summarized and easily understandable to the end user. So that is the reason we go for visualization part. Okay, now let us see what do we have in the canvas. Okay, now let us see what do we have in the canvas and other functions available. Okay, other functions and other options available. So in the report view, we build the reports. Okay, in the report view, we build the reports. Okay, so what do we have? The main thing that we use is visualizations. Okay, so in the visualization, what do? We in the build, there are two options available. Okay, first one is build visual. Okay, in the build visual, we have different types of visuals available. Okay, in the build visual, we have different types of visuals available. And the next one is format visual. Okay, the next one is format. Okay, the next one is format. So if you see, this is like a sketch. Okay, so if you want to make any changes to the visual, we can use it. We can change it by using formatting the page. We can sketches. We can go for aesthetics. Okay, we can go for coloring. We can increase or decrease the font size. We can give the border coloring. We can give the bar coloring. Whatever the changes that we want to do for the visual, we can do it in the visualization. Okay, so that is what we have it. So what are all the options available? I haven't selected any visual. Okay, I have not selected any visual in add data to your visual or build visual. Okay, I haven't selected any visual. So the one which you see, this is called as, okay, this is called as, within the dotted lines, it is called as canvas. Okay, within the dotted lines, okay, within the dotted lines, this is called as a canvas. Okay, this is called as a canvas. So here we can add, we can go for canvas setting, or we can give the canvas background, we can go for wallpaper and all things. Okay, so let us go through the page information. The first and foremost option available, I haven't selected any visual, so that is the reason we are getting page information. Okay, let me expand page information. Okay, what do we have? We have two options. First one is page name, name of the page, and the second option is allow use as tooltip. Third one is allow question and answers. Okay, we will discuss question and answers a little later. Now let me change this into the canvas setting. Okay, let me click on enter. Now you see the page name has been changed. Okay, the page name has been changed from page 1 to canvas setting. Okay, so let us go through the other options, other changes that we have it in the other formatting of the page. Simply formatting the page. Okay, next one is canvas setting. Let me expand canvas setting. So what do we have in the canvas setting? So we have type. Okay, we have type. So everything is being calculated by the pixel. Okay, everything is being calculated by the pixel. What do we have? The height is 720 pixel. Width is 1280 pixel. This is the standard pixel that we have it. Okay, height is 720, width is 1280. Height is 720. Okay, width is 1280. So this is the standard. Okay, every organization or everybody uses the standard format. Okay. So let me click on this, expand the type. So what do we have? 4 by 3. Now it is 16 by is the standard default to format of the type. Next one is 4 by 3. Let me click on 4 by 3. Okay, we got the 4 by 3. What are the changes that we see in the 4 by 3? Height is 720, same height, but width is 960. Okay, this one is 960. Height is 720. Okay, and the next one is letter. Okay, letter. So what is the letter? We see when we were kids, we used to see the letters. You see the format of the letters we used to send to our auntie, uncle, grandmother, grandfather when we were kids. You see that format of the letter. So this is the format of letter. Okay. So this is what we have it. The next one is tooltip. So tooltip we will discuss in further session. Okay. Tooltip we will discuss. The height is 1240 and width is 320. The next one is custom. Okay. Let me click on 16 by 9 and let us go through the custom. In the custom, we can increase the height. We can increase the width. Okay, let me go for the same width in the height. Okay, you see, now we got the height, same height. Okay, let me make it 1500. Okay, now you see we got it. Let me increase the width to 1500. Okay, now you see we got the width. And alignment, we can go for middle. You see, the alignment we can go for middle. Top, we can go for top. Okay, so this is what we have it in the custom. Let me make it 16 by 9 as the default, or I can click on reset to default so that we can get into the previous settings, previous option that we were on. Okay, so this is the canvas setting. Okay, this is canvas setting. Let us go through canvas background. What is canvas background? The one which you see within the dotted lines is the canvas background. Okay, within the dotted lines. The one which you see within the dotted lines is the canvas background. Okay, so what is the color that we have it? So it is white color. Let me click on light 20% darker. Okay, now we are not able to see, but why? We have an option called as transparency. If we go for 100% transparency, we will not be able to see this. Let me make it 50%. Now you see the color has been changed to 20% darker. If I make the changes to 16% or 0%, we will see the 100% or the 20% of the background color. Okay, canvas background. And here what I can do, I can add the image to the background, canvas background. Okay, I can add the image to the background. Let me go to download and I can take logo. Okay, let me click on Power BI logo and click on open. Now you see we have the Power BI logo, but image fit is fit. Let me make it stretch. Now you see we got the stretch. Let me click on fill. It will be filled. So this is canvas background. What do I do now? Let me click on reset to default. Yes, we went to the previous position. Next is wallpaper. Wallpaper includes, okay, wallpaper includes. What is the wallpaper? Wallpaper includes the complete, okay, let me draw this. Okay, from here. Okay, so the complete one. This is the wallpaper. Okay, within the, okay, not the filter, okay. Do not consider the filter. Wallpaper. Okay, what do we have in the wallpaper? Okay, so if you see the color, so you will understand when I change the color. Okay, you will see the line between the filter, the line which is have the filter, and behind the dotted lines. Okay, that is wallpaper. Let me make it 20% darker. Okay, now you see dotted lines. After the dotted lines also we are able to see the color, but previously in the canvas background we were able to see only the color within the dotted lines. Okay, so what do I do now? I can also select the image. Okay, what is that image? Let me go for Power BI logo and click on open. So we will get it throughout the wallpaper. Okay, stretches, yes, and click on fill. Yes, it will be filled. So this is the wallpaper. Let me click on reset to default to get into the previous position, previous settings. Expand the filter pane. Okay, what do we have? We have the filter pane. Expand the filter pane. So we have filter on this page and filter on all pages. Okay, so in order to show this filter pane, so I can go for, so you see the font size is Sego UI, the font style. Click on this, expand this, and you observe filter on this page, you observe this. Okay, you will see the difference. Let me make it Sego UI bold. So you see it is getting bold. Okay, and text and icon colors, let me change it. Okay, let me make it to this color. Now you see it is changing. Let me make it to some other color. Okay, now you are able to see it. Okay, inputs, what is the input box? Okay, let me make it into some other color. You see the search option is being changed. The input box color has been changed, the search color. Okay, header, so header filters, if you want to increase the size, yes, we can increase the size of the filter on this page, the headers. Search box, we can also increase the search box size. If you want to make changes to the border, okay, border color of the filter pane, we can change that color. Okay, background also we can change it. So let me make it to light background, light 30% darker. Now you see we are able to see the 30% darker. Okay, options. In the options, what do we have? Pane width, it is 200 pixel. Okay, if I increase or decrease the size, now you see you are able to see the size, pane width. Okay, you see the pane width. Okay, if I increase or decrease, it is changing. You see, increase or decrease, it is changing. But by default, it is 180 or 200 pixel. Okay, we can also apply the color to the check boxes. Okay, that is the pane, filter pane. Okay, that is filter pane. Let us go through the next one, which is filter cards. Okay, if we want to see the filter card, we need to enter the data. We need to have the filter condition or the data in it. So let me click on reset to default, minimize the filter pane. Okay, let me enter some data. Okay, let me enter some data. So let me take the product. Okay, product AC, and let me go for taking fridge. Okay, fridge, and let me click on enter, load the data, and let me add the filter into filter on this page or filter on all pages. Okay, filter on this page or filter on all pages. When we go through further session, we can discuss about the filters. How can we filter the data? Okay, for now let me add the filter, anything. So let me add filter on this page, the product. Okay, we have added that. Okay, so if you see apply settings to, okay, it is default. Okay, it is default. For example, if I click on AC, it should be highlighted. Okay, it is default. But let me click on applied. Let me click on AC. Yes, it is getting applied. When we apply any filter, this filter card will be highlighted. So let me make some changes. Okay, if I click on anything, you see it is getting highlighted. Okay, if I go for default, okay, it is getting highlighted. Okay, this is only to the text and icon color. Okay, this is only to the text and icon color. Okay, the one which you see, this is an icon, expand or collapse filter card. It is also icon, remove filter. It is also lock filter is also icon. Okay, let me clear the filter. Now you see eraser symbol, clear the filter. Okay, so let me take this off. Okay, let it be like that. Let me make it Sego bold. Okay, Sego bold. When I click on it, it will be selected Sego bold. Okay, so expand the input. Input box color is white color. Let me make it yellow. Okay, let me make it yellow. You see, when I'm selecting, it is becoming yellow. So make it default. Make it default. And again, we also have, so let me take this off and again click on this. Yes, it is. Okay, the text color. Expand the border. The border is lighter. So let me make changes to this color. Now you see the border color has been changed to that color. Okay, and also the background color. So what do we want to give the background color? So if I go for this color, we will get the background color. What is the transparency that you want to make it? Whether do you want to make it thick transparency, more transparency, or less transparency, we can make it. Okay. And what do we have in the option over here? We have the option like require single selection. If I click on AC fridge, I can select AC fridge at a time. Or if I go for require single selection, I can only select single. Okay. I cannot select more than one filter at a time. Okay. This is required single selection. So this is about filter cards. Okay. So this is about the visualization, the overall about.